welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble, D Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Tuesday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy folks here at WrestleCram. This is a night version of WrestleCram, you guys. It is actually right now nighttime, or not. I usually do these in the morning, but unfortunately had to take care of it and do it in the nighttime. But I am doing the very first podcast of the week. This is episode 20. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. I'm humbled each and every time that I do this for you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you. So, you have until Wednesday to get those questions in for your boy D Nostradamus for Ask Wrestle Cram. Don't forget about those questions. Great questions. I've read them. They are really good. I enjoy those questions. So keep those questions coming. I am an open book. Ask away, you guys. Ask away. Also, don't forget we have the WrestleCram group page over there on Facebook. Don't forget about that. It is WrestleCram Super Club. WrestleCram Super Club. Don't forget about that as well, you guys. I am on there all the time. I am posting all the time. I have other people posting as well. Don't forget, if you're on there, if you are a fan or you a group member, you can post as well. We do not mind. I don't have to be the only one posting. You can post as well. I promise you I will give my 2 cents on that as well. Hey, 2 cents, how about that? So today we're going to, of course, talk about Damian Priest, and he and the group wants more than just Rhea Ripley to get championship gold there. Also, we're going to talk about Raw, and we're going to talk about, of course, the stuff that's going on Raw. I was very happy, and I was not happy with the results of what happened on Monday Night Raw. So my rant will be about, of course, what happened at the end of Monday Night Raw, and of course, the WWE World Championship, that side of the bracket. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. But first, let's talk about Damian Priest and them wanting championship gold. This is from WrestleZone.com. Don't forget to go check out WrestleZone.com. Damian Priest is ready for Judgment Day to move on from previous feud and focus on championship gold instead. The WWE Raw star Damian Priest was a recent guest on the WWE After the Bell with Corey Graves to discuss a wide variety of subjects when asked about what the Judgment Day plans are with Backlash in the rear view mirror. Priest said the faction wants to move on past relevancy and focus on winning championships. And this is a quote from Damian Priest. It follows, "Oh, you know what? We've talked about it for a while, and we've talked about championships, and we haven't really attacked that side of the business yet. Where we are specifically focused on championships, and I think we are there now," Damian Priest said. He goes on to say, "We know we want to build up enough momentum that we just headed anyway, our ongoing business, and I think we're there now. And we can change our focus. We got a brand new beautiful championship coming on Monday nights. We got the tag team champions on Raw. We got the Intercontinental champion on Raw, and we got her, and of course they have Rhea Ripley as their women's champion. Priest said, um, Judgment Day sees each other as peers, and they are just trying to be their best. He noted that they keep pushing each other, if they keep pushing each other, they will get to new heights and they will not fail. They did talk about, of course, Rhea Ripley being the new women's champion over there. I don't know how that's going to work, if they're going to exchange belts. Like, I think it was Bianca. No, it wasn't. It was Charlotte and Becky Lynch that was changing belts when they did the last time on the draft. We don't know what happened. We don't know what happens. What's going to happen with that situation? But let's talk about Damian Priest. I truly enjoy Damian Priest. Out of all of the members of Judgment Day, including Dominic Mysterio, I think Damian Priest is probably one of the best members in that group. To me, he is one of the best members in that group. Yes, he had, and once again, he and Bad Bunny stole the show when it came to Backlash. If you have not seen Backlash, please go see that match alone, because that was a really great match between Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. I do love everything that comes with Damian Priest, including his wrestling style. I like his finisher, everything, and he is getting really good on the mic as well. He is a Latina, and he is a great addition to not only Judgment Day, not only the WWE Raw brand, but the entire company as well. He was a very dominant champion when he was the United States champion. I thought that was a really great addition to him winning that title. I mean, what more can we say about Damian Priest? Now, we also have, of course, Finn Balor, who is the original Universal Champion, and he is also the longest reigning NXT World Champion. I mean, Dominic Mysterio, he has, of course, multiple tag belts under his belt, and it is time for me to say this again, and I will say it again, it is time for them to split those tag titles. If you are going to merge them, but right now, if you're not going to do that, go ahead and separate them so SmackDown can have their titles and Raw can have their titles. It will be okay for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to go on probably a 3-month run, probably a 6-month run. But it is time for somebody else other than the main people to get those titles. And I truly think that Judgment Day has put their due in, and they have done a great job. There's one group that I compare a lot of people from that used to be trash, and now they are just one of the greatest groups in history, and that's New Day. New Day was a horrible creation at one time. Horrible creation. And now you have them being the second longest reigning tag champions of all time. You have 2 world champions coming out of that group. Xavier, I promise you, Xavier will get his share as well. He is getting his wrestling moveset really good now. I'm hoping that happens pretty soon. But I will say that Judgment Day, truly, I think Judgment Day is really, really good now. They used to be a joke gimmick group, and now they are really a really good group, and I enjoy watching them. I mean, I guarantee that y'all enjoy watching them as well. In the comments, if you don't like Judgment Day, let me know. Let me know. But I truly think that they're really good. I think they deserve some type of gold other than Rhea Ripley being the dominant force in the women's division for a very long time. I may add that as well, but it is time for them to try to get some type of more gold in that group. Hopefully that does happen. Once again, Damian Priest is really good. Whoever gets that title first, it should be Damian Priest. But other than that, let's get on, of course, to the Monday Night Raw segment. I will say this about Monday Night Raw. It was very entertaining. I like the matches. We are getting now the NXT members involved in Raw as well. We're getting vignettes. We're getting matches as well. So, I mean, now we do have a new roster. It's going to be very interesting. And we have another group that I think is going to be really good. And that's going to be the group of Sanjay. Is it Sangha? Is it Sangha or Sanjay? I don't know. Is it Sangha or Sanjay? Jinder Mahal and Veer Mahan. They did say he was coming, and he finally came. And I'm happy that they are there. They look like a dominant force. I can't wait to see what they do with this group. I'm surprised that Jinder Mahal was not in the tournament as well. I hate that they had this. I have to check and see when the tournament, when the Night of Champions is happening. Usually they have it every 3 weeks. So you could have, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in my rant, because I truly think it could have been a different way you could have done this, and I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the very last segment. But Cody Rhodes comes out. Of course, he is talking about his stay in AEW, not calling them out by name, but, you know, during the COVID era, he was there, and he was doing he lived there in where they are now in Jacksonville. He also talks about let's make new memories. Of course, he is going to be in the quarterfinals for the world title. He also talks about Brock Lesnar, him winning the match against him at Backlash. Pretty decent match. Don't forget, I do have my review of Backlash on the channel as well. Don't forget to go check that out. And he talks about that he now has his eyes set on the world title. But we get the very first triple threat match. That matches Damian Priest. But Damian Priest does have an interview before he comes out. He talks about he left the whole island. He took the whole island down. But, you know, he talks about, of course, taking out Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, and now his eyes are set on that title. Either him or Finn Balor will take that title and claim it for Judgment Day. After that, we get the match, Seth freaking Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damian Priest. This match was okay, but once again, they are selling the leg of Damian Priest after, of course, that match with Bad Bunny. Don't forget, that match was the best match on the card. But Shinsuke Nakamura did a lot of great offense. First, Damian Priest got a lot of his offense in. After that, we got a lot of Shinsuke Nakamura. He got a lot of his offense in. And then we get a lot of Seth Rollins, and we get his offense. A typical triple threat match. I kind of knew that when they put Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins in that little triple threat, that of course Seth was going to win, and he did not disappoint. We get a now remember Damian Priest's leg is still injured, so Shinsuke gets him into a leg bar, giving Seth Rollins the opportunity for a crazy large frog splash off the top rope onto Shinsuke Nakamura. We get a pedigree and win by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins does advance to the main event at Monday Night Raw. After that, we get Giovanni and Ludwig Kaiser announcing that Gunther will be in the on Raw next Monday. They run across, of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And Sammy tells Imperium, he's like, "Look, give us 5 minutes. We'll talk to you." Giovanni explains that if you disrespect us, you are disrespecting, of course, Gunther, and you are putting your tag champions in jeopardy. Kevin Owens saying is that Giovanni and okay, it's Lovick Kaiser. I like that, Lovick Kaiser. I like that. And he said that they will challenge them to a match tonight. So we will get a match between Imperium and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. After that, we get a Otis versus. We get a match between Otis and your boy, the Positive. I'm guessing he stole the New Day gimmick of the positivity thing. That's going to be Mustafa Ali. Very quick match, of course. We get Maxine Dupree coming out with Otis and Chad Gable. Otis was supposed to, he had very, like I said, once again, very quick match. We get, I'm guessing Mustafa was on the ground, and Maxine and Chad were in the ear of Otis, trying to get him to do different types of move. Of course, Chad wanted him to do the worm, but that did not happen. That does give opportunity for Mustafa to compose himself, get some air. He Otis tries to dash at Mustafa. He runs into the turnbuckle, and Mustafa does that beautiful 450 splash for Mustafa to win the match. Very good match. Very good match for a quick match, but it is what it is. The Miz, of course, is talking before the match, saying that he is the first two-time Grand Slam champion in history. He talks about his stint in the movie industry, that he is the A-lister, and he is going to be the very first champion, or the very first world heavyweight champion. We get the Raw second quarterfinal triple threat match. That's going to be against The Miz, Cody Rhodes, and Finn Balor. Now, I knew that Cody wasn't going to win this because it's truly predictable that Brock was going to come out of nowhere. And that's exactly what happened. Giving the opportunity for Finn Balor to put the coup de grace on The Miz to win the match. After the match, we get Brock doing I'm guessing he did enough. Yeah, he did a F5 on Cody Rhodes on the commentator's desk, breaking the desk, getting the mic and saying, looking at the cameraman and saying, dude, look at my face. Look at my face. And he has stitches right here. And he gets to Cody. He tells Cody that he wants a fight at Clash of Champions. After that, we get the Rhea Ripley versus Dana Brooke. I didn't know Dana Brooke was still on the roster. She gets destroyed. Big leg. What was it? Well, I will say this. It wasn't destroyed because at the beginning of the match, Dana does come in with a nice little drop kick and numerous elbows to the turnbuckle. But after that, we get a riptide, and that was the end of that. We get this, what is it called? It's called the prison lock submission, but it's an inverted, it's with her arms, and she does like a sharpshooter, but she picks up her opponent, working the legs of that. That was a very beautiful maneuver. After the match, she does another riptide and puts her back in that prison lock submission. And then after that, we get Natalya. Natalya comes out and faces Rhea Ripley very slowly. I don't think she was there to defend Dana Brooke because she wasn't even running. She was just very gingerly walking into the ring, and that was pretty much the end of that. They leave. Well, she was about to attack Natalya, but your boy Dominic whispers something in her ear, and apparently that convinced her to leave the ring. Will we get Natalya and Rhea Ripley pretty soon? We will find out. After that, we get a video package, of course, with the NXT call-ups to Raw. And those names are, of course, Indy Hartwell. We get Chance and Carter. We get the J.D. McDonough. We get, of course, Zanga, Jinder Mahal, and Veer Mahan. We get Zoe Starks and Apollo Crews. But we don't see a lot of those people this go around. We do see, of course, Zoe. She gets her very first backstage interview. She talks about how confident she is with her abilities, and she looks to the side and sees Nikki Cross and says, this is the reason why the women's division isn't that good. You have these weirdos like her. And Zoe Stark challenges Nikki Cross to a match and says, sure, I would love to have fun. And that was the end of that. She's like, okay. So we get that match later on. After this, we do get the Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus Imperium. Very decent match, very long match. But we get the typical match with, of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Is it getting old? I'm not saying it's getting old, or I'm not saying it's getting stale, but it is getting to a point. It's like, okay. But they do win, of course, with a stunner / Halula kick for them to win the match. I don't think the titles were on the line. They just beat Imperium. Once again, do I think this is getting kind of old, kind of stale? It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. I don't know. I think we've had, the Usos as champion for so long. We don't know how to contain ourselves when it comes to having new champions. I don't know, but it is what it is. After that, we get Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. They have a petition for people to sign, but they're making up different names for it. I guess one was for recycling, but it is a petition for them to get a rematch for the tag titles. They run across Indy Hartwell, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, and Candice LeRae, and they say, can you sign the petition? They're like, no, we're good. And they told Dexter Lumis to smile, and Indy says that he is smiling. So after that, we get the Nikki Cross and Zoe Stark match. Pretty decent match, but it was a very quick match or whatnot. It wasn't a very long match. I think it's just them to show how Zoe Stark is, and she does that beautiful Z 360 onto Nikki Cross to win the match. Of course, once again, it was a good match, but kind of quick. I guess they're trying to show Zoe to be this dominant person. She may get one or two different enhancement talent, to show how good she really is, because she is really, really good. I hate that she did not get a chance at the women's title, but it is what it is. After that, we get a backstage interview with Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio, and they were just talking about, of course, her having pressure on her being the champion. She loves the pressure. She loves the pressure, but she gets interrupted by Xavier Woods and Tozawa, and they walk into the interview, and Dominic Mysterio is saying that show mommy some respect. Rhea Ripley walks in, Tozawa gingerly walks away, and Xavier Woods, of course, challenges Dominic to a match, and Rhea Ripley accepts it for a Dominic. So we'll get that match later on today as well. We get a Trish Stratus promo, in-ring promo, where she talks about have anybody seen Becky Lynch? She's been missing for about a couple of weeks now, and she told the audience that when we find her, you should thank Trish Stratus. Also, they said she's somewhere in Ohio in an alley, tilt over with her dumb baby. She's like, well, she's two. She doesn't know what color she's two or whatnot. Not a lot of heat with that. I thought it would have been a lot of heat with that, like Christian Cage type heat. But we didn't get that. Also, her daughter, which she was talking about, Trish Stratus bought her daughter a doll, and she wanted to name the doll Becky Lynch because she's so beautiful, she's so accomplished, and all of that. She was upset behind that. So we get the song of what she had them play the song, and they thought that Becky Lynch was here, but she was not. She's having fun with that. And they started chanting her name, and she's consistently telling that Becky Lynch isn't here. Becky Lynch is not here. We get the song again, and Trish Stratus saying, we've already done that gimmick, you guys. You don't have to do that. And right behind her is, of course, Becky Lynch. attacking her. And we may get this match, of course, in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully we get this match at Saudi Arabia. We don't get this match on Monday. Really good segment. I enjoy every time Trish Stratus gets on the mic. She is a really great promo. After that, we get the Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio. It was a fun match until the end. I mean, when I tell you that Xavier Woods is just building his arsenal with so many moves and so many great moves. I mean, it's really, really fun to see him now in one-on-ones. But at the end, we get like this springboard elbow drop, and Dominic gets out of the way for him to just roll him up and win the match. I'm like, it was a good match until we got this. I mean, it was just, and he won clean. He won clean. It was nothing. I don't think Rhea did anything crazy to attack Xavier Woods. I don't think she did. He won clean. So I was like, I guess. But we get another video package with your boy Veer Mahan, Sangha, and Jinder Mahal, just talking about them coming back and having trying to waylay to, of course, the WWE Raw locker room. After that, we get a backstage video package with Shinsuke Nakamura and The Miz. And The Miz is saying, look at you. You did not win. And Shinsuke's like, you didn't win either. But The Miz was like, hey, we should have each other's back. That was the goal, is to have each other's back. And if we would have each other back, we both would have won our matches. So what do you think? Do you think it should be Miz K Nakamura? He was like, no, but we can face each other. They will face each other next week on Raw. After that, we get Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. And they need at least, I think it's 3 more signatures. And they run across Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And they say, sure, we'll sign the petition. And they start laughing at Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, saying, what are you laughing at? They're saying that, well, we're not doing a petition for you guys. We're doing a petition to be the next #1 contenders for the women's titles after y'all lose them to Damage Control. It was like, and they just walked away and laughed. But Liv was like, yeah, we'll finish them, and after we finish them, we'll get back with y'all. After that, we get, of course, a backstage interview with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, again, isn't happy with the circumstances of him not winning his side of the World Championship Triple Threat match, but he does accept that match at Clash of Champions for Brock Lesnar. He says that this is the second time that he was attacked when his back was turned, but he does, of course, once again, challenge accepted for that fight. We don't know what it's going to be, but we know it's going to be a fight. After that, we get the semifinals for the world title. This is Finn Balor versus Seth freaking Rollins. It was truly predictable from the start. Finn Balor working the arm of course, Seth freaking Rollins for him to not use that pedigree. We still get a pedigree with one arm. We get almost a coup de grace. We get a super curb stomp, another curb stomp for Seth freaking Rollins to win the match. He will be the main event at Clash of Champions with the now SmackDown on their side to see who will be their #1 contender for the title. We fade into black. All I can say is that it was a fun show. It took me like forever to watch this show because I've been so busy, and of course I had to work today as well. But it was a very fun match. Both triple threats were really good. We now get a Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes 2. We get Zoe. I love seeing Zoe every single time, and I want to honestly see what they do with Asanga, Jinder Mahal, and Veer Mahan. I want to see what they do with this group. I can't wait to see what they do with this group. Looks very fun. But let's talk, of course, about something that I did not like. And that, of course, is the number one contender now for the world title, which is Seth freaking Rollins. Once again, before I start anything about this, this is my 2 cent, my random thoughts scenario. I will say this: I am a Seth freaking Rollins fan. Number one, I am a Seth freaking Rollins fan. I enjoy everything Seth has been doing since he has put on this new gimmick of the ha 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 or sing my song. I really enjoy him. I think he's a great addition to the Raw roster, or he's been there, he's never left, but I think he's really good. Hands down, really, really good. Here's my thing, and I will say this again and again and again and again. WWE is not trying to build new stars. What is the point of you bringing the NXT people in and you're not trying to utilize them? You even have people that should have been in that tournament or whatnot. This triple threat that you gave, you could have had other people in there. And here's the thing, I wouldn't even have put it like a triple threat. I would have done a real bracket. You have plenty of time. I think you have 3 weeks to do this. Most of Monday Night Raw today should have been a bracket. It should have been at least 8 people. What is it, 8? Yeah, you could have had 8 people. 8. 8. No, you could have had 10 people. You would have had 5 matches today. Whatnot. You would have had 5 matches today. You would have had, what? No, 8. 8 would have been fine. 8 would have been fine. You would have had 8 matches this go around. 2 matches next week. And you would have had the main event the week before Night of Champions. You could have had that. You had 3 weeks out to plan this. But you didn't do that. This is not making any sense to me if you have now a B champion, which I still am lost behind. You have a B champion, a mid-card champion. But the person that should have won, even if you had this group, the person that should have won was 2 people. Damian Priest or Shinsuke Nakamura. You need new blood. You need new people in this situation to allow somebody to come and be better. Yes, Seth is really good, but Seth to me is better as a belt chaser. Let him chase that belt for a while and then have him win the title. It would have been a great move for him to win that title at what? SummerSlam. SummerSlam is far, far away. You could have had him win it at SummerSlam. I mean, it's not making any sense that we are consistently recycling different stars and just keeping them in the belt run. I mean, it's not making any sense. Now I have to root for whoever's coming out of SmackDown. Hopefully it's not a person who has had the belt. I'm sorry. It's and I'm looking at that roster and I'm like, I think everybody over there has had the belt, which is, I think it's Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, it's Edge, it's Austin freaking Theory. Why? Who else is in there? I don't know the other 2, but I think everybody, AJ Styles, and I know some other people in there, and I think everybody that is in that group has had a title. And I think it's, did I say Bobby Lashley? I think he's in there as well. Now, if I had to choose anybody, to win the SmackDown side and bring them back to Raw, it would be AJ. It would be AJ or Bobby Lashley. Those 2 would be the ones I would probably put back on the Raw side. I mean, but the roster is so thin over there on SmackDown. How would you have that happen? Even Jay, you could have put Jay in there. Somebody knew that could have done that. And it kills me that you take so many steps forward and you take a million steps back in trying to build a champion. Even Matt Riddle, who I do not like at all, could have been the number one contender for the Raw side. I mean, Karrion Kross is not even in this match. LA Knight is not in this match. He's on the Raw side. Bray Wyatt could have been in this, and I would have been okay with it. And he's a multi-time champion, but he hasn't held held a world title longer than like a month. I mean, put somebody that's fresh in this in the title scene. It's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. It's truly it baffles me that we get this type of situation and it makes your head hurt. In the comments, what do you think? What do you think? Who do you think should have won in the Raw side? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, you guys, you have until tomorrow to get out those questions for your boy for Ask Wrestle Cram. Don't forget to go to the Facebook page. I do hate to be on a negative level, but you know, it is what it is. This is wrestling. I'm still happy. We're gonna have a great time, you guys. What do you think about Damian Priest? What do you think about Damian Priest? And what do you think about the Judgment Day being now in focus of titles? What do you think about that? Also, what do you think about Monday Night Raw? What do you think about the new additions to Monday Night Raw? What do you think, of course, about the titles that was there, or the matches that were there for the quarterfinals and the semifinals of those matches? Also, what do you think about Zoe Stark? Was Zoe Stark really good, or what do you think they're going to do with Zoe Stark? Okay. Also, Xavier Woods. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Xavier Woods. Let's keep him in the hunt, in the talk, or whatnot. What else? What else? Who else? Who else? Am I missing anybody on Raw? Am I missing anybody on Raw? I don't think I'm missing anybody on Raw or whatnot. And also, what do you think? How do you think that the tournament should have been, or if it should have been the way it was, or do you think it should have been an 8-man, 8-man bracket? I think it should have been an 8-man bracket 1-on-1. This is me. But you know, I truly digress. A man can dream. How about that? A man can truly, truly dream about this situation. Once again, I am a Seth freaking Rollins fan. I am. I truly am. It's just, you know, it's what if? You know, it's just a what if scenario that we get these situations where we can bring another person into the main title scene. That's just me. You know, am I happy that Seth won? Yes, I'm happy that Seth won. But Finn Balor is, I'm like, okay, let's just fantasy book right now. Okay, Seth Rollins almost wins, right? We get Omos. We get, of course, we get MVP. He distracts the ref. We get Omos comes in. We get a double choke slam by Omos, knocking out, of course, Seth Rollins, giving Finn Balor the opportunity, giving him the opportunity to do a coup de grace, double stomp, and a win. That sets up a match at Night of Champions with Omos and Seth Rollins, part 2. We can have that probably in a cage match, something like that. That would be pretty good. Or we can get Judgment Day. Judgment Day can come out there. We can get Dominic out there. I mean, what's the point of having a faction and or even a heel faction to not have them go and have distract the ref, attack the ref, destroy the ref, get the ref out of there, get a new ref? I mean, what is the point of having like evil faction? An evil faction, not to utilize it. That's my thing. Like, it's the point. That's the point. That's the point of being Judgment Day. Judgment Day is so good, you could have done that. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. Tomorrow, don't forget, you will get the NXT recap. We'll talk about some more news. More news. We'll get more news this tomorrow as well. This may probably go out. It's 9 right now, so it may hit around 11. So you get like back-to-back videos or whatnot. The best is truly yet to come, you guys. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling